Hi everyone, this is Dakila with the second half of my favorites video, and this one is going to be my skincare and makeup favorites as well as some brushes that I like. So I am filming this a bit later than the first half. I actually tried to film the first half, or the second half, along with the first half, and had some technical difficulties. Now I'm having some speaking difficulties apparently. But this is later in the day. Hopefully the cats have calmed down a little bit. Maybe. They just stayed. But anyway, you might hear a few other sounds around the house and things. But hopefully this will be a better version than the original version. Also, I need to tell you that I am a beauty blogger. I focus on ingredient conscious, which means sometimes green and organic or all natural products. Everything I review does not contain ingredients that rank higher than, I believe, a 2 on the on a specific, I can't remember, EWG, and I don't remember exactly what that stands for, their database of products. I think they rate up to a 10. And I only use products with ingredients that rank a 0, 1, or 2 to my knowledge. So basically that just means that the products that I use are either all natural or they do not have chemicals in them that are known to be dangerous to humans or the environment. Sorry for that long explanation. I also like to cover products that are specifically affordable as well. There's a lot of organic and green beauty brands out there that are considered luxury brands, which means they're more expensive. I prefer to focus on smaller companies and definitely more affordable brands, although some of the brands are a little bit more mainstream. And the reason I'm telling you that is because some of the products I'm going to show you have been sent to me for review purposes, and I do have to disclose that to you. So I will let you know which products those are, and if I don't say anything about it, you will know that I purchased it on my own. Also, I have not been paid to give you a good review on anything here. I'm of course obligated to give an honest review, whether I like something or not, but clearly I like these products because they are in my favorites. So anyway, after all of that, let's go ahead and get started. So the first product I have is from a company called Bear's Beauty, and it is the Unscented Cleansing Balm. And what this is if you know about the oil cleansing method, which is basically using oil to remove your makeup, this is very similar. So the texture of this is kind of in between a cream and a gel. I don't want to use this comparison because a lot of people who use natural products don't like petroleum-based products, but the texture is very similar to petroleum jelly or Vaseline. So it's a little bit easier to use than an oil. But anyway, I would use this very similar to an oil in that I would just put some of it on my fingers and then put it directly over the makeup on my face. No water required for that step. I then massage it into my face, particularly like around my eyes where I might have waterproof mascara. It does remove waterproof mascara quite well. I've never had a problem with the oil or this in particular, which I've only been using for about a week now, removing my makeup. This is one of the products I was sent to complimentary to review, and I really do like it. I will be purchasing a full size when I run out of this one. Do let me know if you're okay with me including products that I am doing for my beauty blog. I'm actually including them here just because they are some of my favorite products. But if the disclaimer and such is just a little too much for you guys and you'd rather I didn't include those products, let me know, and I just won't include them in the future. But anyway, I really like this. And I know I keep saying that, but keep in mind these are my favorites. I have a lot of different options, and this one has just been great lately. I'm actually going to pack it to take it with me on my trip coming up because it's not going to leak. It's a little bit easier to use than an oil, because with the oils, sometimes if I pour too much in my hand, it's kind of wasteful, and especially when I'm on a trip and I only pack so much. Obviously I don't want to have it spill out in my hand and then I have nothing to remove my makeup with the rest of the time. So that's one thing. Now, the rest of the skincare is all stuff I purchased. So I have two things from a brand. I believe it's pronounced Chikyu, or it could be Chikyu. It's C-H-I-K-Y-U. This is another brand that you can buy off of Etsy. And this is the Vita Plus eye cream and the face polish. And I'll talk to you about the eye cream first. So, I don't know if you've noticed, but when I smile, and now you can see my makeup has settled into it, I have these little fine lines. And I'm okay with my age, and I'm okay with the fact that I do have those little wrinkles sometimes, but I started using this to kind of help to crease them a little bit. And I found that it actually does a really good job. If I apply it like I should, twice a day, and I just dot it on very gently, I don't want to tug at the skin's very delicate. If I just dot it on very gently twice a day, they're almost not noticeable at all, especially if I don't have heavy makeup on. For some reason, when I do have heavier makeup on, it kind of tends to settle, especially if I talk a lot, which I tend to do. But this is definitely like a cream texture, but it works very well. And again, this is the Vita Plus eye cream from Chikyu. And then the second thing from the same brand is the face polish for renewal and cell turnover. And it looks like this. And if you've used a face scrub before, a lot of the sugar scrubs tend to be like bigger grains, and they can be a little bit rough on your face. But this one is much finer, and the grains are made of a natural substance. I don't remember exactly what it is, and I don't want to try to guess in case I get it wrong. But I think it's like some kind of shell, like a nut shell or something like that that's ground up. And it reminds me of some of the microdermabrasion scrubs I've tried. But this one is more natural. And sometimes the scrubbing ingredients in those microdermabrasions and other scrubs can be bad for the environment. But since this one's natural, it's much more eco-friendly. And I actually find that this is very good for smoothing my skin out, but it also doesn't dry my skin out like a lot of scrubs can do. And I also would say that if you do have really sensitive skin, or if you find that scrubs do irritate your face, because they do for some people, you might want to avoid scrubs, although I think this is probably one of the better ones I've tried. Some people just can't use scrubs, and that's okay. One of the things about skincare is that we all have different skin, and that's part of what I like about a lot of indie brands, and that's that they offer samples. This is actually, I believe, the sample size of this product. The eye cream was also the sample size. So that's something to think about whenever you want to test stuff out. I'll give you links for all of these brands in case you do want to look into it. So the next one I have is something that I did actually try it as a sample, and I didn't even plan saying that, but I did. I tried this as a sample with something else I ordered, and it ended up being so amazing that I didn't even wait until their next sale before I ordered it, which is unusual for me because usually I do wait for the sales, especially if I know they're coming up. But I wanted this right away. And this is the Good Touch Primer and Moisturizer from a brand called Pure Lips on Etsy, but they also go by Pure Elements LLC on Facebook, I think. It is different on the two sites, but it's the same company. And in case you're not into makeup, a primer, as with a primer for a wall, is something that you apply before the paint or foundation in the case of makeup, and it helps it glide on more smoothly. And in the case of makeup, it also prevents patchiness and kind of helps with dryness issues and things like that, and just helps everything apply more smoothly. Most non-natural primers are silicone based. There's a few cult favorites out there from some of the bigger mid-range to high-end brands, and some people really like those and they work very well. I've tried 2 or 3 of those, thankfully samples only, because the full sizes are quite expensive. And I found that they made my face feel like I was wearing a mask, and they almost made my skin feel claustrophobic, if that makes sense. And I did not like that feeling. So when I came across this, I tried the sample first, and I loved it. And of course I bought the full size. And it comes in something a bit different than I'm used to, and I love it. When the owner of the company asked what type of bottle some of her customers wanted her to put stuff in, everybody was like, "Oh, the squeezy bottles are great." And that's what this is. It's a squeezy bottle. With the flip top, and then just squeezes out the top. And I like that because you get more of the product out. And I tend to prefer, this is a decent sized bottle. I think it says 2 ounces. That's quite a bit more than you usually get with most products like this, at least the things I've tried. I know that some of the mainstream brands come in bigger tubes, but they're much more expensive. I think it was definitely under $20 for this size. And I've already used it a few times, at least. So, I really like this. It does have a paraben-free preservative in it, but it's paraben-free, which is good for me. It's also vegan and cruelty-free, which a lot of people like. And I do too, especially the cruelty-free. I'm not vegan myself, but I don't mind using products that are. And the next thing I have to show you is something that I am really excited about, and I actually found these when I was in the bathroom grabbing products. I was like, oh, I need to include these too. These are reusable flannel facial rounds, or the replacement for the cotton rounds that you would use once and then throw away, but these you can wash. I believe they came in a pack of 12. I think the brand was called Cute and Funky Accessories on Etsy. I'll figure it out for sure and give you the link in the description box, but I have 1, 2, 3 here right now, and they have these adorable little owls on them, and they're all a little bit different. They have the same pattern on them, but each one is just a little bit different from the others. And they work really well. I really like them. What I usually do is I'll use it and then I'll rinse it, and I'll use it a few days. I don't know what the recommended use is, but that's how I use them. I also have some flannel face cloths for wiping off my face wash or my cleansing oil or cleansing balm as well, but I didn't bring one of those in here. Anyway, there's those. And then the last thing I have is actually more like a bath and body item and not so much skincare. But I won't say this is my favorite item out of the bunch, but I do really love it. It's one of those things that I bought kind of on a whim from a company that was having a sale. And it's not a fragrance I usually use, but I got it and I just really love it. So it's this, and it is strawberry body frosting from a brand called Herbolution. I'm so excited to show this one to you is because it has a metal lid and a glass jar. And they make some really nice sounds. So that's it for my skincare stuff. And now I have lots of makeup to show you. So as I said before, I did sort of go through and try to choose to narrow it down a little bit. I have these things in the box, so they're probably going to shift a little bit as I take things out. Hopefully that won't be too loud. But the first thing I want to show you is my day-to-day foundation. I'm actually wearing quite a few of the products I'm going to show you right now, so you can see what they look like on. This is in a plastic pump bottle, and this is the Clarifying Mineral Liquid Foundation in Warm Light from Urzuli Cosmetics, which is also a brand on Etsy. They also go by Progress in Health. I really like this brand. I have a lot of products by them. I have this one and one of those to show you in my favorites, but I really do love a lot of their products. I like this foundation for day to day because it's very light, but it covers little redness and things like that without feeling too heavy. It does have some SPF. I don't remember how much. I think it might be something like 15. And it's also very natural. I believe that the products from this brand are 100% natural. And it's actually not that expensive. This is the, as I said, the warm light. I'm thinking I might try the cool light next, but I'm not positive. My skin seems to become more cool So that is step one of my foundation, or actually what I usually do is I use the primer first, and then this, and then this over top. This is Meow Cosmetics Perfect Puss Mineral Foundation. And what I really like about this brand is that all of their foundation shades are named after cats. The other thing I like about this product in particular, you can see that it's a little short jar. I think they have bigger jars. Is this is considered their munchkin size, like the cat with the little short legs. My shade is number 1, Sleek Sphinx. I previously was using the Frisky Sphinx, which was one shade less pale, we'll say. This one's a little bit paler than that one. But I love this brand because I love the packaging. And it's also relatively affordable. It's probably one of the more expensive items I have here, but this lasts me a very long time. And there are certain things I'm willing to spend a bit more on. Foundation is definitely one of them. So I really like that, and this is still affordable. I mean, it's very comparable to other brands. But now the next thing I have, and you guys are in luck that I filmed this a second time, because I didn't include this in the first filming, but then I remembered it because I actually used it. Now I will warn you that I have had this for a while, and it sits sometimes on my bathroom counter. So the bottom label is a bit faded, but it's a product that I really like, and I use it almost every day. So I'm going to share it with you anyway. It's the Urzuli Erase Cream Mineral Concealer. You can see the water damage on the label. And that's what it looks like. It's just a concealer. But what I like about it is I can use it not only as a concealer, which I sometimes do, but what I normally use it for is as an eyelid primer. And it's actually a very good eyelid primer. I'll use it sparingly, and I usually set it with powder over, particularly if I'm wearing gel eyeliner or a cream eyeshadow. But I do really like this. And this again is from Urzuli, which I said I have a lot of products from. And along with that idea, I have one product from them that I just got recently. And this is their Natura Gel Mineral Liner. This is Intense Black, and this is their eyeliner. And this is like a gel eyeliner. I'm really having a lot of fun playing with these jars. So you can see it's a black gel eyeliner. But what makes this special is that I searched for a gel eyeliner that was affordable, and unfortunately I couldn't find one that was all natural from a reputable brand that I wanted to try. And a lot of them either looked too watery or too dry, and so they didn't really seem like a gel. This one has some great reviews, and I love it. Actually, I'm wearing it now. I'm not sure if you can see, and I will warn you that it's probably a tiny bit faded because I had something, like an eyelash or something earlier on my eye, and so I probably rubbed it a little bit, but I really like it. It wears very nicely. It applies super smooth. And it's also very affordable. I think it's around $11 for this, which, if you're like me, I've bought gel eyeliners before. Never used them all up. Never. I actually had to throw a couple of them out because they were so dry and they weren't natural anyway. So I had to get rid of them, but this one seems really nice. I've only used it a few times, but it's already become a favorite. I used to use like powder eyeshadows, but with a wet brush, which is nice, but you don't get the same texture and they don't apply quite as smoothly as an actual gel eyeliner. So that's why I like this one. Now, next, I have what I believe is my only slightly more mainstream brand product. And that is the Pacifica, let's see, Natural Minerals Aquarian Glaze Water Resistant Long Lash Mineral Mascara. You can see why I had to read that off the tube. So, this is one of the few things that I've got at the store. I actually picked this up at Target, and it kind of moves itself. Look at that. That is kind of strange. Okay, anyway. It's just a regular brush. I am wearing that now as well. Mascara is another one of those things that finding a more natural one without certain chemicals in it is quite challenging, especially if you don't want to spend upwards of $30. This one was under 20. I don't remember. I think it was under 20. If it was over 20, it was barely over. But if you don't want to spend $30 for mascara, but you want something that's... I tried a couple more indie ones that I liked okay, but they didn't quite last as long. And my eyes tend to water a little bit sometimes, and so they would transfer, which wasn't good. This one doesn't seem to do that. I haven't had it long enough to have worn it for like a full day for like an art show or something. I have worn it for photo shoots, and that's a black one. I think they make a dark blue one as well, possibly, or brown, something like that. I don't know. I just wanted the black one. So there's that. Now, the next thing I want to show you is something I discovered by chance, sort of. I was looking for some different lip colors, lipsticks and such, that were more natural, but also, again, affordable, and preferably they came in sample sizes. These are Beso Balms, or Beso Balms, perhaps, B-E-S-O, from a company called KQ. It's a small business, and I believe just one woman runs it and makes everything. Anyway, these are 3 of them. I have 3 more, but these are my 3 favorites. And they are Mulberry, Snapdragon, and Snapdragon is especially special to me because the snapdragons are one of my favorite flowers, and they're one of the only flowers I can get to grow in my flower bed because we have squirrels and cats, and they're always digging at my plants and such, and I like the squirrels and cats outside. They're not our cats, they're just neighborhood cats. saw this one, I had to have this one. And as it turns out, it's what they call in the makeup world my lips but better color, which basically means when I put it on, it looks like my lip color, just slightly better. I know that probably sounds like a strange thing, but it's a thing. I think it even has its own hashtag on Instagram and such. And then the last one is called Passion Flower, and it is a bright, like, orchid purple. This is probably the most pigmented, or one of the most pigmented, I won't even say natural. It is natural, but it is one of the most pigmented lip products I have ever used. And I mean that in a really good way. It's really great. It's a really pretty, vibrant, okay, it's not really neon, it's just kind of a vibrant pastel orchid purple color. It's very pretty, although a bit bold. Some people probably wouldn't be comfortable wearing it, but if you like bold lip colors, this one's really pretty. So there's 1, 2, 3 of those, and like I said, I have 3 more, but these are my favorites. And let's see what else we have. I have this, which is the Cosmopolitan lipstick. It's vegan and organic, and this is from a company called Silk Naturals. This was one of the first brands that was recommended to me when I was looking for more natural things. This is a very bold, what I would say, it's kind of like a plummy bright pink color. For someone who likes to wear dark lip colors a lot, I really like some of these bold pinks. I didn't know that I would, but I got a couple as like samples and such from subscriptions and tried them. And if I keep my eyes fairly downplayed and I don't do the heavy blush, which I don't wear anyway, but and the right outfit, they actually look really nice. This one's really pretty. I really like this one. Okay, so the next thing I have is actually from a local brand called Brazen Cosmetics, and this is the Ultra Plush Vitamin Drenched Color Rich Lipstick in the shade Aphrodite. And this is like a kind of a slightly metallic plummy red color. I'm describing that based on what I'm looking at, and it may be described differently by different people. Now, it's not metallic in the sense that it makes your lips look metally. It doesn't look like that. It's more shimmery, and I would say that it has like sort of a satin finish. It's not glossy once it dries, so I'm not exactly sure. I just know that I like it. It comes in a click pin. I don't want to click it any more than that. I'm afraid it will start to come out the top. But what you do is you twist the little clicky part at the bottom, and then you use this brush tip. I know it doesn't look like a brush tip, but it is. It's just got a lot of product on it right now to apply it. I really like this brand as well. It is, like I said, it's local. The owner has been really awesome for me because she's helped me with my beauty blog a lot. She does offer a course in beauty blogging in case anybody watching this happens to be interested. I don't know. I doubt any beauty bloggers watch my ASMR videos, but maybe they do. Who knows? So, if that's something you're interested in, let me know and I'll put you in contact with her. Anyway, I really like the fact this has green tea extract in it. It also has a few different kinds of oils in it, and I don't think it does anymore. A little bit. It smells like a vanilla cupcake, especially when you first buy it, which I love vanilla. In case you've forgotten about my recent fragrance video where I mentioned how much I like to smell like cupcakes and things. And then the other liquid lip color I have is this one. And this is the Kissu liquid lip color from a brand called Darling Girl Cosmetics. And this one is in Selfie Kiss. And this is a matte liquid lipstick. It is a really pretty purple color. I would say that it goes on the lips a tiny bit darker than it looks here, but it's definitely a sort of trendy color, I would say, right now. The purples, thankfully for me, because I love purple lip colors, are definitely kind of trending, or they were somewhat recently. So there's that. And along with purple comes my last product, which is covered in stuff from my previous filming. This is the Shinovi Cosmetics blush in Jocelyn. I know this is going to be messy when I open it. I'm going to go ahead and warn you of that. I don't think you can see it, but there's like a little wispy clouds of makeup flying out as I open this. There you can see it. There it's settled. This is a purple blush. And I love purple blushes. For some reason, they look really nice on my skin tone. You do have to apply them lightly. Otherwise, they give you that bruised look, which is very attractive usually. But I really like them as long as I apply them lightly. And even if no one else likes them on me, I love the way they look. And no one has told me they look hideous, so I'm going to keep wearing them. But if you like purple blushes too, the Shinovi Cosmetics one is pretty nice. They also have some really cool themed eyeshadow collections based on either Greek or Roman gods, I think, or maybe both. Anyway, so right now I have some slightly sad news for you. I have my brushes, and that's not the sad news, that's good news, but earlier when I filmed this video, part of my sound difficulties were that I tried brushing the camera, and unfortunately it was very, very loud. So I'm not going to do that this time. I'll try to test it out another time, and what it might be is that I just have to do that and then tone the sound down. But it was just way too loud with my soft speaking and whispering, and if I had decreased the volume on it, it would have messed with the rest of the sound, and unfortunately I'm not that good at editing my videos yet. So I decided that wasn't going to work for now. Hopefully when I get my new camera set up and the new microphone, I can do that, and it won't be too loud. So I just wanted to let you know that, because I think I might have mentioned it in the first video, and even if I didn't, I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, because I really wanted to do that for you guys, but it just didn't work out. But I still have the brushes to show you, and they're still covered in cat hair. Some of these have been used recently. Actually, I used them today to put this makeup on. So some of them are going to have a little bit of makeup on them. So if you see that, I apologize. But anyway, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brushes to show you. and I thought I would do a mixture of brushing on my hands and brushing on my face with the different brushes, so that hopefully that will make up for the fact that I couldn't brush the camera. So I'm going to set these down next to me, and I'm going to start by showing you these two eye brushes. Now, those of you who are into makeup may recognize these. These are from a very inexpensive brand called e.l.f. I think these are $1 or $3 a piece, which is very inexpensive. And I have the professional blending eye brush. That's this one. And the eyeshadow brush, which is this one. Notice the cat hair. Thank goodness I'm not allergic to cats. The reason there's cat hair on my brushes is because I have them in a box, and we all know cats love boxes, and my cat was sitting in the box, not on my brushes, but he was sitting in the box before I used it. I don't share my makeup brushes with anyone else, so it's okay. And I have to share everything I own with the cats, so that's also okay. So the way I would use these is I usually apply the first color with this brush on my eyelid. I'm actually not going to wipe this one on my face because I think it's dog makeup on it. But I sort of press it in like that. And then I usually apply a second color. Did you see the cloud? I'm pretty far away from my camera at this point, so I don't think any of this is getting on the lens. Actually, I know it's not, because if I noticed it was, I would stop. I'm fascinated by this. I really am. Okay, that's about it. Okay, so what I did today when I did my makeup is I dipped this very lightly in the darker color, and then I sort of dab it along, and then massage it, or blend it, I should say, into my crease. You can kind of maybe see some of the lines on my hand. I like this blending brush better than some of the other ones because it's a little bit firmer and more dense. And that seems to make it easier for me to blend, because most blending brushes are more like this one. Now, you'll also notice that this one is much smaller in diameter than this one. And if you didn't already know, in case I have not mentioned it every time I've made a video, I'm a very small person. I have very small lids, and I also have slightly hooded lids, at least on one side, and that means that my eyelid isn't that exposed when my eyes are open. I don't know if you see, you can actually see it now. This eye is slightly hooded, which means you see less of the lid, whereas this one, you can see the lid almost all the way across. And that's just the way my eyes are shaped. I don't mind pointing out my flaws when it's something that will help me explain things. Anyway, most people have slightly uneven eye shapes. A lot of beauty bloggers, though, have very nice eye shapes, which is why the makeup always looks so wonderful on them. And then when people like me try to do it on ourselves, it doesn't come out quite the same. It's just a difference in eye shape, and of course, they are more talented as well, but some of them even talk about working with hooded eyes, and they're a little bit difficult to work with sometimes. So, this brush, although it is made to be a blending brush, and this is from a company called Soho, I use this as a blush brush, or sometimes a contour or highlight brush, though I rarely contour or highlight. It's very fluffy and very soft. And what I'll do is, if I'm using it for blush, I'll just sort of pat it on and then blend it. Oh, that was wrong. Blend it up. And I like to blend my blush up onto my temples. I like the way it makes my cheekbones look. I'm not wearing any blush right now. But I like the way it makes my cheekbones look. And that's the way I've applied my blush since I've been wearing it. If you apply it too close here with some face shapes, it can start to look a bit droopy, which is not flattering. So I don't do that. And then I'm going to use the rest of these brushes on my hands as well as just showing them to you. So this one is from the Real Techniques collection from Sam and Nick Chapman. And this is the setting brush. Now, this is the setting brush, but that's not what I use it for. I use this as my main blush brush. I usually use the other one that I just showed you when I have blush samples, because they come in these little containers, and it's a little bit harder to get a bigger brush into the container without it getting the product everywhere when it's powder. A lot of mineral makeup and more natural makeup comes in powder form instead of being pressed. Like you might see CoverGirl or something like that, they're usually pressed. But anyway, this is a nice blush brush. I really like it because I can either use it wider, like this, or more narrow, like this. And because it's tapered, I can also have a little bit more control over how it applies the product. I can't really show you that without product to apply, but I will tell you that it's more helpful for me. It's a very soft brush. I've actually had very good luck with these brushes. I do have one of their brushes, a different one, that unfortunately has started to shed, but it's more like falling apart because large chunks of the bristles are pulling out of it. I'm not sure what happened. I'm always very careful when I wash my brushes to make sure I don't get water up in the ferrule and mess up the glue or whatever's holding it together. But for some reason this one is coming apart. It's not this one. It's one I'm not showing you. Just to make that clear. So this is the setting brush, or blush brush if you're me. And then I also have this one, also by Real Techniques. And this is the buffing brush. Now, what I use this for is I will dip it in my foundation like this, with the thing open, of course, and then sort of swirl it around, tap it off. It's much louder than that when I actually do it. And then I'll sort of dab it on and press it in to my liquid foundation, or sometimes I just wear this foundation, either way. Just press it in, and then I'll very lightly buff it. If I buff too much, it makes my skin red, and it also tends to mess up my foundation. It moves the product around. It's a very soft brush. And I use it a lot. And actually that's part of what surprised me about the one that I said I'm having problems with. I've had this one much longer and had no problems with the bristles from this one. It's very, very soft. I know I already said that, but it's so soft. brushes. They're just, these are very nice brushes. They're very affordable. I usually get mine at Ulta. They're not cheap brushes. I think they're usually around $10 to $15 a piece, but I think they're well worth it. They apply makeup very well, and I really like the case that the set I have came in. I don't have that with me, but it's very nice. So there's that one, and then I have one more, and I want to do a little bit more face brushing with that one, so I'm going to adjust my hair back. And I still think I have elf ears. When I put my hair back like that, my ears look pointy. Either elf ears or Vulcan ears. I know they're not really pointy, but they look that way from the sides. Or from the front, I should say. This brush is, I think they call it the BB cream brush. Skin perfecting brush. I think the recommended usage is BB creams. Skin perfecting sounds much nicer. From Eco Tools. I really like Eco Tools brushes, and they didn't have as much of a variety, but then they added this line on, and I actually got 2 of these. I haven't used the other one, so I can't say whether I really like it or not. I love the pattern on here. You can see it has leaves and this little like honeycomb pattern. See it there? Yes. So pretty. And I love the brush. Maybe you can hear. Probably not, but this one for putting on my liquid foundation. I didn't use it today, but sometimes I just use my fingers. But if I want to apply it a bit more opaque, and also if I have more time, I'll use this brush. I've actually washed it a couple of times, and the bristles come out the same like off-white color every time, which is nice. I like it when things look new. And Eco Tools is a pretty affordable brand as well. I think they might be a little less expensive actually. But brushes are one of those things that I don't mind investing some in, but I can't justify spending, say, $50 or $100 on a makeup brush. If I was a makeup artist, I probably would, but I'm not. And I definitely am not saying that people who do shouldn't. That's not where I spend my money for my makeup. I love this makeup brush. So there's my brushes, my favorite brushes, and my favorite makeup products, and my favorite skincare. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this favorites set of videos. I actually could do more of these. I would be happy to do more of these if you like. Let me know what you'd like to see. I could do more makeup. I have a lot more. I could do like all lipsticks, for example, all lip colors. I could do one, I have tons of eyeshadow colors, and I was thinking about maybe doing one where I go through colors and just sort of speak the names softly or whispering. A lot of them have very nice names. Like the 2 I have on now are Angel Kisses and Sunset Kiss. And a lot of them have really pretty names like that. I have another pretty one called Bubbly, which is kind of fun to say. So maybe that's something you'd like to see. They also come in those little, most of them are in these little jars. So that could be some nice sounds as well. I could do my nail polish collection. I just want to know what you guys want to see. So let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to do what I want to do and hope that you guys like it. So please let me know. And I would really appreciate if you would like this video and comment on it if you have a moment. And if you're really feeling generous, maybe share the video or recommend it to a few friends who enjoy ASMR too. Since I switched to this channel and away from my old channel, I went from 1,000 subscribers down to just over 100 right now. Maybe not even quite, I think just over 100. And my camera just switched over, so hopefully I didn't lose too much of what I said. Anyway, like I said, I was putting my ASMR videos on my modeling channel, and since I wanted to keep these fairly PG rated, because I know that not everyone is into the like lingerie and stuff like that. If you are, you're welcome to check out my other channel, but I wanted to keep this one fairly PG. So, and I wanted my ASMR to have its own channel as well, and I think I've already talked about this, but I just felt like my ASMR is different projects with a different feel, and I wanted it to have its own space. So that's why I went from 1,000 subscribers to about 100 subscribers. But I've been loving the comments so far. You guys have been really kind, and I will definitely keep doing these videos. This isn't something I do for any reason other than the fact that I enjoy it. It's very relaxing for me, and anytime anyone tells me that they watch my videos, it's incredibly flattering. It really brightens my day. So I'm just happy that I can help you relax, and I hope you'll keep coming back to see the rest of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.